Sony's PMW-300 camcorder is the follow-up to the EX3. It has some much appreciated upgrades, like meeting more broadcast standards when it comes to image quality. Let's take a look. Hi everyone, I'm Mia. The PMW-300 captures professional footage shooting a broadcast quality MPEG-2 HD 422 codec at 50 megabits per second. So it's capable of capturing a much less compressed video format than the EX3 did, and you should really see the difference if you're doing graphic-intensive post-production work, like working with a chroma key. The camera creates industry-standard MXF files, so you'll have full timecode and metadata support. The PMW-300 can also record HD with the lower 420 color sampling at 35 megabits per second. This mid-size durable camcorder features a hybrid shoulder mount design and the same metal body as the EX3, but Sony got rid of that curved shape, most likely to incorporate the semi-shoulder mount. It's not the most comfortable shoulder mount, but it will help with longer handheld shoots, and it folds back into the camera body, keeping the footprint relatively small. In this camera, you'll find the same lens and sensor as in the EX3, but Sony says the PMW-300 employs new signal processing technology that suppresses noise and creates clearer images with a better signal-to-noise ratio than the EX3. So we took it out at sunset and dusk to see what our noise looked like in low light. I thought our footage looked really good, and noise didn't appear to be an issue. We're looking at the PMW-300K1 version of this camcorder. It has 3 half-inch Exmor CMOS sensors and an interchangeable EX lens mount. The K1 version comes with a 14x Fujinon HD 5.8 to 81.2 millimeter lens. Now that's a 35 millimeter equivalent of about 31 to 440 millimeters. The iris or aperture runs from f1.9 to f16. The lens is threaded for 77 millimeter filters. Talking about filters now, the PMW-300 has 3 ND filters. In addition to the quarter and the 1/64th filter that you'll find on the EX3, this camcorder features a 1/16th filter. It's not a huge addition, but it did make it easier to capture sharp, properly exposed footage when I was working from afternoon into evening with a fast sinking sun. This lens features auto and manual switches for the focus and iris, plus a macro mode for detail shots. There are a couple of new ports to make this camera more compatible with all types of AV equipment. You'll find a HDMI port, especially useful if you're connecting to an external monitor, and a USB 2.0 port for connecting a wireless adapter. With that adapter, you can trigger recording with a remote, transfer proxy files, or just send the signal to an external monitor without any cumbersome wires. You will also find all the BNC connections that you'll need for broadcast work, like Genlock, Timecode, composite video out, and there are now 2 SDI outs. This is an XDCAM, so if you have other cameras in this line, it should fit right into your workflow. The PMW-300K1 has more gamma selections than the EX3 and 8 assignable buttons, which can come in handy if you need quick access to specific settings when you're working in the field. There are a couple of little thoughtful features too, like zebra, peaking, and monitor controls right along the side of the 3.5-inch LCD Viewfinder. It's nice not to have to dig through menus to adjust these functions, but I had a hard time determining focus with this LCD. It's better than the EX3, but I shot with the focus assist on the entire time just to be certain. The eyepiece is completely redesigned. If you worked with the EX3, then you know that the viewfinder didn't feel very solid. Well, this one attaches with a metal locking mechanism, and it feels very secure. It's easy to move and adjust to fit your eye or your shooting situation. If you need full eye coverage, maybe you're working in bright sunlight, then you'll use the eyepiece. Or you can flip up the eyepiece to just see the mirrored image of the LCD. And finally, you can just take the eyepiece and mirror off altogether if you're working in a tight spot and you just want to use the LCD alone. There's a very responsive servo zoom on the hand grip and a zoom lever on the top handle. The zoom speed on these can be adjusted in the menus. You'll also find a handy cache recording mode, which will let you pre-record up to 15 seconds. It can save you some heartache if you're shooting sports. Two XLR inputs are located up on that top handle, and you'll find 2 channels of audio controls on the camera body. You can spend a couple $100 on the Sony S/S memory cards for this camcorder, or for a little over $100, you can buy the Sony MEAD SD02 media adapter for an SD card, which is what I'm using. Just make sure that you're purchasing fast SD cards capable of handling the 50 megabit per second bit rate. Something in the SanDisk Extreme Pro line would work well. In 2014, Sony plans to release a firmware update for the PMW-300 that would upgrade it to use the XAVC format for HD. With the Sony PMW-300K1, I'm Mia McCormick. Thanks for watching.
Whether you're a hobbyist or a professional, B&H has the answers to your questions. Experience a world of technology at our New York City Superstore. Connect with us online or give us a call. Our staff of experts is happy to help.
Scott Kelby here, and welcome to this quick tour of our online training. We have hundreds of online classes for you, covering everything from lighting to landscape photography. From portrait photography to sports, we have classes on wedding, automotive photography, shooting, food, fashion, travel, you name it. The most incredible part of this is the price. You get all of this for just $199 a year, or you can pay monthly for just $24.95. 24-hour a day, 7-day a week access from anywhere in the world. I invite you to join with us today and start learning right now.